Hey people, welcome to another edition of Let's Talk About It. On today's episode, I wanted to speak on a topic that is personal to me, depression. Especially during a pandemic like the COVID-19 virus. So without any further ado, let's talk about it. Hey people, welcome to another edition of Let's Talk About It. Today I wanted to talk about depression. What made me want to talk about this was the fact that the former First Lady Michelle Obama came out and said that she, for a time, suffered from low-level depression. And I thought that was mighty big of her. Because subjects like depression are a taboo subject. A lot of people believe that if they come out and say that, hey, I suffer from depression, they'll be labeled as crazy. But they wouldn't be. And doing research for this, I found out some very interesting things. To begin with, over 264 million people suffer from some kind of depression. Think about that. 264 million people. And I have a confession to make. I'm one of those people. Now, mind you, I am not clinically depressed. I don't suffer from clinical depression. But I suffer from depression more than most. And I will tell you this, it's gotten a lot better as I've become older. But when I was younger, in my teenage and young adult years, it was a struggle. There were days I didn't want to come out of bed. I didn't want to go to school. I didn't want to do anything. And you know what got me through? A couple things. My mother, who wouldn't let me fall, and another thing, humor. Those who know me know that I'm funny. They think I'm funny. I don't think so. But I laugh because I try to make other people laugh because it makes me laugh and it makes me feel better. So that's why I do it. While researching this, I found out some really, really interesting things. Depression affects between 76% and 85% of low-level and mid-level people. And that is both black, brown, and white people, which I found extremely interesting. The thing I found even more interesting is that black and brown people don't seek help. And I guess it's because we don't want to be labeled as weak, crazy, or unstable, so we keep it to ourselves. Take Kanye West, for example. Yeah, I know. Kanye West is bipolar. But like depression, bipolar is a mental order, and it starts out with, more than likely, depression. He started out when his mama died. And personally, I don't think he had enough time to grieve. So he kept it bottled in. And it manifested itself into bipolar disorder. Depression seems to be worse now during the COVID pandemic. I have a friend in particular who is usually a joyful person, but lately she just doesn't want to do anything. Doesn't want to get out of bed, doesn't want to eat, doesn't want to go out. And I feel for her. So what can be done about it? Number one, what's helped me is, like I said, humor. Surrounding yourself with positive people. I don't dwell on the negative. At least I try not to dwell on the negative, especially during this pandemic. So I surround myself with positive people who have more to talk about than the pandemic. I try to get some fresh air and some vitamin D, good old natural vitamin D from the sun. 15 minutes a day, with your mask on and with your gloves on if you're going that route, does wonders for your mood. On those rainy, cloudy days, I take some vitamin D3. And I take 5,000 IUs of vitamin D3. Vitamin D3 actually is different from vitamin D because vitamin D is, it helps all around with your hormones, with your mood, with your nervous system. It's a mineral. And we as African Americans need that. One last thing I want to say about depression, it's good to have someone to talk to. I have a bunch of friends I can talk to, I can call up. Because of this pandemic, I can Skype them, I can FaceTime them, and talk to them, and they sometimes, not even sometimes, more than likely I'll end up laughing. And I'll forget why I called them in the first place because I was feeling a little blue. So it's important that you surround yourself with a support system. Lastly, just remember that you're not alone. A lot of people who suffer from depression feel that they're the only one. You're not. You're really not. Those of us who suffer from it from time to time, I guarantee you there are a dozen more people who are suffering and going through the same thing that you are. They just don't want to talk about it. So speak up about it. Speaking of which, look, if you've ever gone through that, if you're going through that, let's talk about it. There's no judgment here. If you don't want to talk about it, I get it. I get it. I won't push. But have you ever gone through a bout of depression where you just can't shake it? Are you going through periods of depression because of this COVID pandemic? Let me know. Let's talk about it. If you like the content of this channel, please like, share, and subscribe. And by the way, there's this little notification bell that comes up when you subscribe. So please, click on that notification bell. So when I post my videos, you will be the first one notified, okay? Until the next episode, be safe and live on purpose. Peace.